What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another Soul Hunters Hero Ranks. You asked for it, so here it is, part 2 of my hero rankings. I'm going to showcase a bunch of heroes in this one, and at the end, I'll let you know what kind of grade I'm going to give them, and if they're worth upgrading or not. Alright, so stay tuned and check me out. Let go of everything. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Soul Hunters. Let's get this show on the road. This is part 2 of my hero rankings in Soul Hunters. That's 2. If you want to see number 1, that's in a separate video somewhere around here, there, over there, or maybe over there, down there. I don't know. You gotta have to look for that. But this is number 2. I got a bunch of new heroes that I want to show you guys. So let's not forget how we rank these heroes. S is for superior, and if they get an A, if they're above average, so I recommend them. If I'm going to give them a B, then they're just right below average. So they're good, but they're not above average. C, they could use, and if you get a D or an F, then it's these nuts. Now, just like before, this is my opinion on these heroes, okay? If you want to take my opinion, you can use it. If you don't want to take it, it's up to you, okay? So don't think that these heroes are set in stones, that these are the heroes that you have to use. Also, let's take a look at last time rankings of the heroes over here. And as you can see, I got a couple of S's, a lot of A's here, a D, and there's no F's yet, because every hero is pretty usable. Alright, so without any further ado, let's get right into the first hero I'm going to rate, and that is... What? Amber? Didn't I do you already? And by that I mean rank? Anyways, stop hogging all the spotlight, Amber. Get out of here. Let the next hero take some spotlight. I see Amber everywhere. Alright, so first hero we're going to do today is going to be the Egyptian Queen Osiris. Osiris is a very awesome hero. I like her a lot. A lot of people compare it to Selene because of the magic boost, but I think that she is a little bit better than Selene, honestly, because the good thing about her is she has a silence, so that is not common for, you know, her type of a hero, a magic hero, and she silences the whole team, which I really like. She gives your team a magic boost, which is great. And she also has her ultimate deals a lot of damage to multiple heroes, not just one. And also she has another ability which deals a lot of damage to a single target enemy. Overall, I think Osiris is a really good hero. You guys could definitely work on her. She's a midline hero. She has great stats, and she serves me well in a lot of battles. I personally like to team her up with Alistair a lot. The reason for that is they both give your team magic boost, which helps out. They both deal, their ultimates both deal a lot of damage, and this particular type of team that I like to run is just, you know, dual tank and then 3 really strong magic magic dealers. This way I can just melt down the front line really quick, as you see there, and then the back line would be very easy to take out once you take out their tanks with all the magic power. So I like to run this kind of a team a lot with Osiris, and it works really well for me. Alright, so you guys can try it. I'm gonna give Osiris an A because I really think she's very useful in the game. Alright, next up we're gonna have a dual team of heroes here, and this is kind of rare. I don't really do this one, but these guys are so neck and neck that I had to do them together. These are arguably the best tanks in the game. Alright, you can either go with Drago or you can go with Leon, but you're not really gonna go with anybody else. You have to go with one of these guys. The reason for that is because Leon gives your team great physical defenses. Drago gives your team overall defense, even against magic, against everything. He's really good. Drago is a little bit more offensive because he has some attacking abilities and some stuns. Leon, on the other hand, just gives your whole team some a shield that protects your weakest allies. He protects your whole team. They're both very close when it comes to defense. If I show you guys our ranking arena teams here, you would have either Leon or Drago in every single team. Alright, so right now they're dominating tanks, and you can't really go with anybody else. For this lineup that I'm using right here, I'm going with dual tank because this is my stall team. As you can see, I got 2 healers and 2 really good tanks. What I try to go with this team is I just try to outlast the opponent pretty much and have the timer run out on the battle. I use this on defense a lot. Unless they have a crazy offensive team, this team will stall out a lot of enemies, all right, with the dual tanks. That's why I'm rating these guys together, and that's why I'm, showing off this battle. If I had to give these guys a grade, they both have to get the same grade for me. let's see. I could go with an S, give him a straight up S. You know, it's like superior because they are superior. And they both get an S for me because they're both the best tanks in the game right now. All right. So if it comes to tanks and defensive tanks, Leon, Drago, neck and neck, I'll give them both an S. Man, this battle's gonna take forever. Alright, so on to the next hero right now. We have the Musashi. Musashi here is a snake ninja by the looks of it, but he's actually kind of cool. He's a tank, but he's not the greatest tank. You definitely do not want to use Musashi as your tank, right? He needs another tank in front of him like a Leon or a Drago to protect him a lot. He dishes a ton of damage, so that's where he excels at the most. Most of all of his abilities are all about damage dealing. He'll be great in you know, he can in raids. He'll be really useful in the Hall of Legend and a bunch of stuff. In the arena, in certain situations, you can use him because, you know, he can come in handy as a you know, front tank damage dealer. Physical, all right, no magic. His downside is his health. It doesn't have much health. His defenses are very, very fragile. You can kind of, you know, go right through him with a good team. He's not really used often in arenas right now. And you know, his only use right now is dealing damage in the raids. Overall, I'm gonna go with a I'm gonna give him a B+, all right, because he's not the worst hero. He's really good, but I don't think that he's absolutely a must in the game. All right, you can do without Musashi. There's plenty of substitute. Next up, we're gonna go with a terrific hero, an awesome hero here, Sarapin, the Protector of the Light. I love Sarapin. She is a great hero. All right, she has great magic attacks. Her ultimate deals ton of magic attacks to multiple heroes. She has another attack that she constantly hits the opponent with multiple attacks. I mean, there's just a lot of good things that she does in the battle. She survives for a while. And overall, I think that she is very useful in a lot of different situations. In the arena, you can use her many different ways, with a physical team, with a magic team. She goes very well with a magic team, which I like to run her there. And she's also good, you know, you can use her in the Crucible, you can use her in raids, dealing damage. She just does a ton of, you know, a ton of good things. She blinds the enemy. So as I said before, I like to run her with a magic team here, kind of like a very powerful magic team with Osiris and Gizmo there. And she will do a ton of damage. If she will ultimate in a battle, most of the tanks, they'll lose a lot of HP because she does a lot of damage in her ultimate. And her best asset that I feel is her energy regain. I mean, she regains energy very, very rapidly. A lot of times she can use her ultimate maybe twice in a battle, which is really, really good. It helps out a lot. All right. So if I had to grade Sarapin, I would definitely give Sarapin an A+. All right. She's a very, very nice hero. I'm not going to give her an S because she's not, I don't think she's superior to a lot of other magic heroes. You know, I think there is a couple of other good magic heroes, but an A+ will suffice for her. If you have her, she's above average, and you can definitely upgrade Sarapin, okay? She'll help you out tremendously. And looks like this battle I'm about to, wow, survive by one hair. Let's move on here. Let's go on to the VIP King, Vincent. I call him the VIP King because as soon as you become VIP even one, bam, the game says here, thank you for paying. Here's Vincent. They give you Vincent, and he's actually really nice, okay? A lot of people don't use Vincent because he's easily countered by physical. I mean, his probably weakest opponent is probably Musashi or Hanzo or Urstag or Slim or Gale. I can just pretty much go through any physical hero, and that's just bad for Vincent. His greatest strength is his magic defense, all right? That is his really greatest strength. As you can see here, he'll tank this, you know, very powerful magic team like a champ. I mean, they're gonna go through him, but it's gonna take him a while. In early game, Vincent is really good. He'll help you in the Crucible a lot. All right, I used to use him in the Crucible all the time as an early tank. Because of his HP regain, his ultimate will suck up a lot of energy to himself from your opponents and comes in handy in the Crucible. You can't really use him in the arena, especially at a higher level. Just not too good. You could use him as a tank on Legendary Vincent in the Hall of Legend. That helps out a lot. And that's pretty much all of its uses. If I had to rank Vincent, I'm gonna give him a B plus, like a Musashi, because he's just so weak to physical enemies that he just is easily countered. So overall, I'm gonna have to give him a B plus. Moving on here, we're gonna go on to Thaland. Thaland, the majestic mountain guy. I love Thaland. I think he's an awesome hero. The reason for that is because his Beastmaster ability, which will allow him to summon, he calls over some of these Wolverine pets that will interrupt a lot of things in battles, okay? His ultimate does AoE damage. He has a haste ability, which gives your team 5-second haste. So he comes in very handy when you're gonna pair him up with a Yulfing, or when you pair him with a Riley. Just any team, or Leia, he's great with Leia. Any team that's gonna deal AoE damage, right? He's very useful when it comes to those type of teams. As you can see here, I went against them on this team, and I'm facing a team that has all AoE attackers with Leia and Riley and Yulfing there. Just pretty much will take out a team so fast that you can't even counter them back. Another good thing that I like about Thaland is you can use him in the Hall of Legend, the Crusher. Okay, I use him there a lot because of his minions will absorb a lot of those rocks that the Crusher throws. Okay, so instead of hitting your hero, they will hit his minions. If I had to grade Thaland, I'm going to give him an A as a tank. He's not a great tank in arena per se, but he fits very well in a AoE offensive team. Next up, we have Belor. Belor, the backline assault. I guess you're going to call him the backline assault dealer that just flings his big, huge ball at people. But he is awesome. He's not an absolutely must-have hero. He's good at dealing a lot of damage, okay? He goes back and forth between dealing damage to the front, enemy, and he'll go back to hitting the back enemy. As you can see here, he's going to hit the front, and then he's going to fling his ball, kick it all the way to the back, and he deals a ton of damage. Just look at that, 18,000 from that one kick. The good thing about him is he has a lot of HP, so he survives a while, and his ultimate is not an offensive attack. It will boost up his attack even more than it already is, okay? So if he's not dealt with early on in a battle, he will take over, and he can pretty much kill a lot of people. You can use him in raids, and you can use him in you can use him the Hall of Legend if you need somebody to deal a lot of damage, okay? So if I'm gonna give Belor a grade, I'm gonna give Belor an A. He's not superior, but he's above average, and he's really good to have on your team. What? Ember again? Why don't you learn? I don't want you around. Get the hell out of here. So the final character I'm gonna do today, guys, is a beast. It's Gizmo. And when I say he's a beast, you kind of already know what I'm gonna give this freaking guy. He's all out offense all the time, 24/7. He shoots out missiles while he's sleeping. Let's just say that. I mean, you can kind of see he's got missiles in the back of him. He's got missiles in his arms. He's just pure magic offense, all right? I love this guy. He's starting to become my favorite hero. The reason for that is because he deals a lot of damage. I'm using this guy in pretty much every Hall of Legend that I have, pretty much every raid, and he's useful in the arena. There's pretty much there's not a place that you can't use him. I even use him in the Crucible, because I just put him in the back, and he just pretty much, goes right through the enemy. I mean, in this particular team that I'm using him here, he's just gonna be my main, dealer. I have a lot of distractions on this team with Dokras and Killjoy there. Leon will do the tanking. I got Jasmine to do a healing, and I pretty much have Gizmo pretty much just to do all of the damage. The reason for that is because if you can somehow get Gizmo, if he ultimates once, I guarantee you he'll take out like 2 or 3 guys, 2 or 3 heroes. If he ultimates twice, it's almost a guarantee win. You're gonna win every time. There's just not anybody in the game that can withstand his ultimate. That's just as simple as that, okay? So I'm just gonna go straight up and give Gizmo an S right on the spot. All right, this guy is amazing. He's awesome to have. If you get lucky, which I kind of did, I just drew Gizmo in the Crucible the other day, and I got 30 pieces for him. I was like, wow, that's incredible. I didn't know that he's available in the Crucible. So if you have him, make sure you upgrade him really quickly. Give him all the equipment and enchant him all the way. He's gonna help you out in every asset of the game, okay? Alright guys, so that's gonna do it for this episode of Hero Rankings. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. You guys showed a lot of support on the first one. I appreciate that. All the likes were awesome. And I'll be looking forward to making another one for you guys next time, okay? I still have a bunch of heroes that I gotta showcase. So if I gave these heroes an S or an A, be sure to upgrade them. If they're not S or an A and they're still, you know, usable, you can still, you know, go ahead and use them. But keep in mind that these are my opinion. You don't have to do this. You know, you don't have to rank these heroes by what I say. You can try them out yourself, okay? So till next time I see you guys, have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night. I'll see you guys next time.